Lesson 1.3. Concept of Regional Development and Federalism, Regional Division of Nepal. Federal Division of Nepal. Reasons for creating development regions. Smooth and efficient administration. Harmonious development of all parts of country. Meaningful utilization of means and resources. Population management and control migration. Increasing public participation in development, and practicing decentralization. Five development regions in summary. The synopsis, summary, of the development regions existed up to 3rd Aswin, 2072 is presented below. SN. Name OD development regions. Number of districts. Area, square km. Headquarters. One. Eastern Development Regions. Number of districts. 16. Area, square km. 28,456. Headquarters. Dhankuta. 2. Central Development Region. Number of districts. 19. Area. 27,410. Headquarters. Kathmandu. Three. Western Development Region. Number of districts. 16. Area. 29,398. Headquarters. Pokhara. 4. Midwestern Development Region. 15. Number of districts. 15. Area. 42,378. Headquarters. Birendranagar. 5. Far Western Development Region. Number of districts. 9. Area. 19,539. Headquarters. Daipale. Reasons behind failure of development regions. People's aspirations, ambition, of smooth and speedy development were not fulfilled. Ethnic minorities, disadvantaged and other marginalized groups felt that they were unheeded. Migration of people to urban areas and the Terai region in search of facilities and advantages couldn't be stopped. Available means and resources were not utilized to the optimum. People's participation in development activities could not be assured. The central power couldn't be delivered to the development regions in the real sense, which limited them in mere implementation of the central power. Scanning. Nepal practiced regionalism for a long time, but no concrete development could take place in the nation. Thus, it is adopting federalism to bring harmonious development and address the diversities of the country. However, federalism is not altogether free from the challenges. Short glimpse of Nepal. Nepal is a landlocked country situated on the southern lap of the Himalayas between China in the north and India in all other directions. It has an area of 1,47516 sq.km, which is only 0.3% of the land mass of Asia and 0.03% of the world. Despite its vast resources, Nepal has remained a backward country for years. Among several causes, one is the country's difficult physical structure. However, Nepal is one of the fewest countries of the world with most varied land topography. As you know already, about 30 million people of diverse cultures live in this country. Therefore, we can take Nepal as a small world. Physical diversity and regional disparity. Based upon its landform and climate, Nepal is divided into three regions: the Himalayan region, the hilly region, and the Terai region. These are distinct ecological or geographical regions running west-east, horizontally. The high Himalayan mountains in the north, the moderate Mahabharat hills in the center, and undulating Kir hills with their sheltered lowlands in their north and south are the predominant, main, landscapes of the country. Undoubtedly, the physical diversity of Nepal possesses huge potential for development. At the same time, it causes regional diversity. The north of the country is lagging far behind in development activities. The south is naturally much more prosperous and can develop more rapidly than the north. Concept of regionalism for development. Regional disparity of Nepal is, indeed, certainly, a great problem. In order to bring about balanced development in all regions, the country was divided into 4 development regions in 2029 BS. The regions created thus were Eastern Development Region, Central Development Region, Western Development Region, and Far Development Region. Again in 2037 BS the Midwestern Development Region was created. They all ran vertically from northern border to the southern so that each region included parts of all the 3 ecological zones. Each development region had a regional headquarters, zones and districts. Development plans were made and implemented from the headquarters. Administration was also carried on from there. So a development region was a division of Nepal created for conducting development plans and carrying on administration more smoothly and effectively. But our experiment of regionalism did not prove very fruitful. For another 3 decades, disparity in development could not be reduced as expected. Resources remained badly unused in remote parts. Migration kept on rising and people didn't feel to have been given many more opportunities. Moreover, people of some regions and classes felt badly neglected by the state and even raised arms for change. As a result, federal system was introduced as an alternate. The core objectives behind dividing Nepal into 5 development regions were as follows: to run the administrative work smoothly and efficiently, to bring out harmonious development in all parts of the country, to utilize the locally available means and resources properly, to discourage migration and manage population distribution, to increase public participation in development work, to practice the democratic principle of decentralization of power. Concept of federalism for development. Regionalism in Nepal was based on the principle of unitarism. Nepal practiced this system for a long time, but it failed in bringing out balanced development. After the mass movement to 2062/63, People expressed their desire for a positive transformation. Nepal, thus, decided to follow the federal ruling system. Accordingly, it was declared a federal country on 15 Gest, 2065 with its official naming Federal Democratic Republic of Nepal. Federalism, this way, has been introduced to substitute regionalism and fulfill its objectives. Federalism is a dual government system in which a nation is divided into a central government and other provincial governments. This system allocates power to local bodies and tends to bring equal development in all parts of the country. The provincial governments are autonomous, having the power or right to govern itself, and can formulate and execute plans and policies on their own. The power and functions of a federal and a provincial government are presented below. Power and functions see in your textbook. The powers may generally be divided in the following ways. Federal/central government, state/provincial government. 1. Implementation of the Constitution. 1. Daily administration. 2. National fiscal, economic, policy. 2. Law and order, peace, and security. 3. Military management. 3. Trade and industry. 4. National defense and security. 4. Execution of development projects. 5. Foreign affairs, etc. 5. Social welfare, etc. No doubt federalism is more suitable for a large country where ruling the entire country from the national capital alone is not easy and practical. India, USA, Germany, Canada, Brazil, etc. have federal systems. However, Switzerland too, which is a very small country, has its federal system uniquely and very successfully and effectively. Currently, India is divided into 29 states and the USA has 50 states altogether. The Swiss Confederation has 26 cantons, of which 6 are traditionally called half cantons. Switzerland is the only country in the modern time that practices direct democracy in some reformed manner. The common grounds of these divisions may be geographical, historical, and demographic features as well as resource condition. Advantages of federal system. The federal system has many merits. Very importantly, the provinces or states have greater freedom. The center safeguards their freedom. There is no despotism in the administration. The center is relieved of its administrative burden and can pay better attention to national and international issues. People enjoy wider opportunities of participation. There can be stronger sense of national unity in the country. Similarly, there is greater public awareness as well. People are well acquainted, familiar, with their political and civil rights. They actively participate both in administration and development activities. They can solve their local problems more effectively and efficiently. Their efficiency and self-sufficiency keeps growing as they actively take part in administration, decision-making, planning of development projects and execution of the same. Disadvantages of federal system. The federal system does have some demerits. It is not so good for a small country, mainly in the presence of many states/provinces, absence of proper organization and inability to afford. The administrative cost is enormously high as there are 2 sets of governments and most executive and legislative posts have to be fulfilled through periodic elections. There is always a danger of inter-regional conflicts. If some states/provinces fail to compete, it may further widen regional disparity instead of reducing it. Because the national government is not so powerful, federalism may even be a weak administration. But this is only the darker side of federalism. Advantages. 1. Rapid development of a nation. 2. Proportionate development a nation. 3. Judicious distribution of means and resources. 4. Participation of local people in development. 5. Decentralization of power. Disadvantages. Expensive form of government. Unhealthy competition for development. Chance of civil war. A country may divide or split. Overexploitation of resources. Federalism in Nepal. With the success of the popular movement of 2062-63 BS, Nepal entered a transitional phase of many political, social, and economic transformations. Most political parties and their cadres advocated for alternative system of government that could prove to be truly democratic and progressive. This wish was materialized in the interim constitution of Nepal 2063 BS. An amendment on the interim constitution declared Nepal a federal republic, and it was approved by the First Constitution Assembly session held on 15 Jestha 2065. Ultimately, on 3 Asaj 2072, the long-awaited federal constitution, the Constitution of Nepal, was promulgated by President Ram Baran Yadav amidst a special function in the Second Constituent Assembly. The federal constitution has provided for 3 levels of government. 3 levels of government. Federal government. Provincial/state government. Local government. 1 Federal government. This is the national level government situated at the capital of the country, i.e. Kathmandu. It consists of national legislature, executive, and judiciary. The president is the head of the state and the prime minister is the head of the government, i.e. the executive. According to the constitution, there are 2 houses in the federal legislature, 275-member House of Representatives, lower house, and 59-member National Assembly, upper house. The Supreme Court is the judicial organ of the federal government. This will be the common custodian government for the entire nation. 2 provincial/state governments. In addition to the national government in the capital, there is an autonomous government in each of the provincial states. The executive there is headed by the chief minister. Each state/province has its own separate legislature, provincial assembly, and judiciary, high court. 3 local governments. There are also governments at local level of village/town and district. According to the new constitution, the executive power of local levels is vested on village executive, Gonpalika, and municipal executive, Nagarpalika. They have power to direct, control and conduct the governance system of village and town level respectively. There is also village/town assembly that works as the local legislature of village/town. In addition, there is a higher body, the District Coordination Committee, DDC, in each district. Purpose of federalism in Nepal. One of the few most significant purposes of federalism in Nepal is competitive and balanced development. Generally, the following aspects come under the principles of development: economic, social, political, and cultural progress, growth in production of goods and services, proper address to public needs and demands, proper utilization of means and resources, economic and social transformation, guarantee of fundamental rights including freedom and equality, protection of natural and cultural heritage, poverty alleviation and employment generation, social justice and social security, development, peace, security, and self-esteem. Federalism is definitely a new system of government for us. We have tested many other forms of government. No system can be best or worst in itself. The success and failure of a particular government system may highly depend on its handling. We must carry out federalism effectively to meet the targets of all aspects of development listed above. It's not an end but merely a means. If federalism fails, Nepal will suffer more. Therefore, we must all contribute to its successful functioning. Bases of dividing and naming federal units. There may be various bases on dividing and naming the federal units in federalism. It depends on the structure of land, capacity of the nation and will of the citizens of a country. Some bases are geography, language, population, ethnicity or caste. Historicity, availability of means and resources, mixed, among the above ones. In the context of Nepal, the division was made based on geography, population, and resources. Nevertheless, their naming is yet to be decided. As per the Constitution of Nepal, the naming will be done by the federal parliaments themselves. There is chance of naming them on mixed basis. Homework. 1. List the major advantages of federalism from your memory. 2. Why was Nepal declared a federal state? Give your critical and creative answer. 3. What are the various aspects/dimensions of development? List some from your memory. 4. What things have been taken into consideration while constructing the federal structures in Nepal? Acquire enough knowledge before writing. Teacher, Nar Bahadur Pun. Social Studies Course Book of Grade 10. Sajha Publication. Usmita Publication. Kozali Publication. Gunnies Publication. Platinum Publication. Thank you very much. See you again in next class. Bye bye.